Hey guys, welcome back to the Superman Collector's Vlog. Thank you as always for clicking on this channel and watching my videos. But today I have something I am super excited to share with you all. It is probably my favorite acquisition in the last several years. It's a piece that's lost and then it found its way back to me. So I am going to share and show all about with you today in this video the original, the iconic red dress worn by Miss Valerie Perrine in Superman the movie. So, if you're a fan of the Christopher Reeve Superman franchise at all, you probably recognize instantly this red dress like I did. So standing here next to me is a piece I'm incredibly humbled and honored to own, and that is the original red dress worn by Miss TESCHMACHER, Valerie Perrine of Superman the movie. Specifically, this is labeled on the collar, which we'll show here in a minute, as being the dress Valerie wore while laying on the ground in the nuclear missile heist scene. But we'll get into that more shortly. So, I wanted to share the amazing story of how this dress found its way to me. About a year ago, this dress was auctioned off in the annual Prop Store of London Hollywood Memorabilia Movie Props Auction. So I got so excited when I saw this, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. This was a piece I wanted. I recognized it instantly. It was a part of my favorite Superman movie, and it was a piece that I felt like I had to have. So I was bidding at this auction, and I placed my bids in, and I was the high bidder, and I was winning, and I thought for sure I had this. Well, when the final bids went off, it was a work day for me, and I was in the middle of work. And I stepped away for just a couple minutes and was not on the computer, and sure enough, the dress went off and my high bid was beaten by one bid. Isn't that the worst feeling in the world? So I thought for sure that this dress was lost and I would never see it again and that I missed my opportunity. And let me tell you, this happens a lot if you're in the collecting world like me. It's not a new experience to lose an item you want, but this was one that I couldn't get off my mind. I couldn't shake it. For the next 6 months, I thought about this dress, and man, I wish I would have bid higher. I wish I would have been there to raise my bid at the last minute. There were so many things I wish I could have changed so that I could own this iconic red dress. Well, fast forward about a year later to a couple months ago. I'm in New York City with my wife, and I get a text on my phone from my buddy Jay that, Zach, this dress is available once again. You got another shot. And so this dress was now for sale at the Julian's Hollywood auction. So I instantly got excited, but my excitement raised to another new height when I realized where the dress had been for this past year. So this past year, the bidder who beat me at that first auction was actually Miss Valerie Perrine herself. That's right. So Valerie and her caretaker won this dress. It was a piece she'd always wanted back, and so it was in her home. She got to cherish it, and then she was selling off some of her memorabilia, autographs, different pieces in her collection to raise money to help fight Parkinson's disease. So I am going to share a link in the description below with the GoFundMe page if you would like to donate to help Valerie in her fight against Parkinson's. But this was a piece that she had put up for sale to do that, along with this banner behind me. This banner was used at convention appearances where Valerie did signings. So happy ending to the story. I was luckily able to win the bid at the Julian's auction, and then received this amazing, beautiful dress direct from Valerie herself to now reside in my collection here. So I'm going to take you on a tour of this dress so you can see some of the cool things about it, so you can share in that enjoyment with me today. So for those of you who have not seen the movie in a while, Lex Luthor's evil plan is to take nuclear missiles, activate the San Andreas Fault in California, get rid of half the United States, and then create the new West Coast with land that he has bought ahead of time for very cheap prices to make it very valuable land. So pretty complicated scheme there. But to do this, of course, he has to steal the nuclear missiles. And he does that with the help of Otis and Miss TESCHMACHER herself. And Miss TESCHMACHER's job is to create a distraction for the U.S. military transporting these nuclear missiles in this beautiful red dress. So she creates the distraction first. And when that doesn't work because Otis messes up the plan, she actually climbs into the truck herself to steal the missiles. One of the first things I want to highlight about the dress here is this iconic Berman's and Nathan's tag in the back. So you can see it's labeled for Valerie here, and then handwritten, it's written laying on the ground. So it's unknown to me, and I don't think we'll ever know if there's another red dress floating out here that was used in the scenes where she crawled in the truck herself, or if this is the only, or if this is one of two dresses, and this is one specifically for when she's laying on the ground, and the military man give the vigorous chest massage and mouth to mouth to help try to revive her. You can see here what's cool is this dress is really two parts. So you have kind of underneath almost like a one-piece bathing suit part that is designed to kind of form fit the body, and then you've got an elastic waistband here that's meant to kind of pull this tight, so it's very form-fitting here. And then on top of that, you have kind of the dress that we see here fitted to the outside of that underpiece, so that it looks like it's fitting loosely, but really it's perfectly form-fitted to her body. These beautiful ruffles on the dress here are kind of created the same way as before. So you have this kind of underpiece of the dress and then this fabric that lays loosely on top there to create more of that loose-fitting, ruffled look. I don't know the exact words that I'm looking for here, but to create the look that we see on the screen. So in addition to the certificates of authenticity, this amazing convention banner, and of course the dress itself, this awesome documentary about Valerie Perrine by Stacey Souther was included in the lot as well. So I am also going to link that in the description if that's something you'd be interested in buying. But some really cool stuff there. But definitely a neat piece to help display with the dress. I definitely want to shout out Julian Auctions as well. The shipping was quick, and I honestly have never received something so well packed as the dress and the extra things that came with it is what I did here. So props there. Got here super safe. And again, what an honor it is to own just this amazing piece of movie history, and also to be able to help Valerie out in her fight for Parkinson's. Again, I'm going to link the GoFundMe in the description here if you feel led to give. But yeah, super excited here. It's the story of the one that got away, but that also came back to me. So I'm super excited to share it with you today. As I was going through some of the other collectibles from Superman the movie in my collection, it's cool you can actually find this red dress in the month of December. And you can see there's an iconic shot from the movie. But that's the exact dress I just showed you. Really cool there. And what an amazing scene there as well. Remember, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends, like the video, and please consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know what you thought, and let me know if you got any ideas on how to give this a permanent display. I'm still kind of working on how to get it to a final resting place in my collection, so I don't know if I need to build something, get a special case, but if you've got any suggestions, I'd love to hear them in the comments.